Welcome to week 2 of Focus on Me, Brooke. So let's do kind of a weekly check-in recap of my daily habits, some little mini goal setting, what I'm going to work on this upcoming week, and a little chit chat of what you guys might want to see on this channel and what I have coming up. So, checking in, did awesome, tracking macros, getting daily movement in. I was pretty much back in the gym almost every day, weightlifting. Really enjoyed that. It was nice to kind of get back into that normal routine of lifting in the morning. Was a normal work from home week, not too busy, had the usual book club, did have a library board meeting. But other than that, was pretty much just home working on stuff. Did not hit my protein goal most days. And definitely when I don't hit it on those days, I notice that I am more hungry throughout the day, more likely to want to snack. And that's something that as I've been tracking macros for a while now, I am a lot more aware of that. And it's one of those things where I just know I need to plan better. So I did go to the store this past week and picked up some beef jerky sticks and some protein powder shakes, like the pre-made shakes. I have lots of powder, but sometimes it's just, I don't want to make a protein shake because then I have to get out the milk or the water, and then I have to get the shaker cup, and then I have to wash the shaker cup, and that's too many steps sometimes. But the pre-made shakes, I like the Premier Protein brand. I can just put them in the fridge, grab them, good to go, throw them away, no dishes. So eliminating dishes from my life greatly helps my stress level because I hate doing dishes. So got some protein shakes. Also prepped some Ninja creamy protein recipes as well. And hopefully between the beef jerky, that I have a few protein chips left over from last week's recipes, and should be a little, and protein bars, duh. I love the Pure Protein, Galactic Brownie protein bar. It tastes almost exactly like a Cosmic Brownie. The texture is just a little bit thicker. I'm not going to say tougher, but it's just more solid than the Cosmic Brownie. But yeah, so locked in some protein snacks for this week. So hopefully you guys will see that protein goal being hit more days than not for this week. I did my daily learning. I am almost done with my You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. I've been trying to read this book since December, and I'm just a few pages or a few chapters every night, and we're cranking it out. We're getting it done. I'm going to finish that book this week because I really want to start The Financial Feminist. And I'm I cannot read 2 nonfiction books at once. I can read lots of fiction books at once, but we're sticking to one nonfiction at a time. So excited. We'll hopefully be finishing that up, and I will share, I don't know, my top 5 or top 10 key takeaways from that. I've been highlighting and taking notes as I go, so I will share some of that with you guys. Working on my business, I did little bits and pieces almost every day, but definitely not a full 30 minutes every day. And that's kind of on par, I've realized, for me as I go through the month. The first few weeks in the month, and the last week of the previous month, I prep a lot of content and do a lot of my emails. I bulk create and schedule all of my emails and stuff like that. I do all in advance. So then this middle of the month part, I don't have as much to do in terms of content. It's just answering questions, customer follow-up, engagement, things like that. And I think I need to use this, we'll call it downtime in the business. I need to use it more so to get ahead on my samples and my thank yous and stuff that I have to like mail out to customers, because I tend to get behind on that during the busy times when it comes to like content. So yeah, I have realized that because I've been tracking that every day this month. So that's a win for tracking, and part of why I'm doing these daily reflections, tracking these daily habits, seeing what works in my life and what doesn't work, and what I need to adjust and where I need to shift my focus to. So that was learning. Obviously, posted my daily reflections every day, and then these kind of weekly check-ins are turning into my like planning, reset, really focus and reflect time. I look back on the week as a whole. I look to the week ahead and plan ahead my meals, my movement, what I need to do every day to kind of hit these goals. So taking time to reflect both daily and weekly is extremely beneficial. I really encourage you guys that if you don't take time to reflect every day, to do so. One of the things I learned in therapy like years ago that I really loved was to, at the end of the day, write down 3 things you accomplished, 3 things that you did. And it can be the smallest thing. But we so often focus on everything that we didn't get done, right? We're transferring our to-do list to tomorrow to focus on all the things that we have to do. And we have kind of this just like never-ending spiral of what to do. Especially if you are a person who struggles with anxiety and getting overwhelmed. If you have ADHD and have problems focusing and kind of getting those tasks done, it can be really kind of depressing and not fun to think about everything that you didn't do. So even if you aren't like a paper or pencil and you didn't necessarily cross off your to-do list throughout the day, one, it's great to look back on that and reflect for a minute, even if you're just doing it and then throwing it away at the end of the day. I used to kind of throw away my Post-it notes as I did them, or if I keep my apps digitally, my notes like digitally in the Notes app, I would kind of just like delete stuff. And so I didn't necessarily have that satisfaction of like looking at a checked off list. I just look at all the things that aren't done. So when you go and journal at the end of the night, she suggested that I kind of like write down 3 things that you did. And even on days where you didn't necessarily do a lot or you didn't feel productive, I guarantee you did 3 things. Even if it's like, hey, I brushed and flossed my teeth today. I got out of bed and made the bed. I hit my protein goal, or I drank a protein shake. I went to work. Whether you did anything super awesome at work or not, you at least showed up. And that counts. So kind of having that daily reflection and focusing on all the things that you did do is nice. Especially as I've been doing this habit tracker every week and have been having to leave some stuff blank. Some days it sucks and it's hard to be like, gosh dang it, I did not get my steps again. Like, I'm going to do it tomorrow, and then I didn't do it the next day. And that kind of sucks. But you know what? Hey, I got more steps than I got last month. Like, my average is up higher. So that's still a win. And that is kind of what keeps that momentum going. It's what's challenging me. And, it's like a personal challenge against myself. Like, how can I be better? How can I get more steps? So that's kind of what that daily reflection piece is, and the little journaling tip, if anyone wanted that, to kind of, write down 3 things that you accomplished every day and see what that does to your mood and how that helps, hopefully. But yeah, on that note, steps, was slacking on steps. And I kind of realized on days that I go to the gym, I don't always take the dogs on a super long walk, because I'm like, oh, I already got my movement in. And I've been using my walks on my rest days as still movement, right? We're not going to have a couch potato rest day. So then I'm getting my steps in, but I'm not getting them in on days I'm like lifting hard in the gym. So I need to either give myself some extra time to like just hop on the treadmill for 10-15 minutes at the gym, or plan some time like at lunch to go on a walk and clean out my office so I can use my walking pad during meetings. I think that's going to be kind of one of my goals for this week, is to be on the walking pad during meetings. Of course, the meetings that are like camera off, chill, you know, you don't need me like sweating and panting into the mic because I'm trying to walk on my treadmill and not fall off and still be on a call. But yeah, I need to get my office cleaned out so I can do that and not be stressed from being in there. So that's kind of my mini goal for this week. I will maybe take you guys along and shoot a little video of me tidying that up, maybe. Would you guys want to see? I like watching decluttering stuff. I think it's fun. So I will probably share that with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. So that will hopefully, when I check in next week, I can do some steps. Also, kind of planning ahead for next week, I am getting ready to start travel time, both for personal and work trips. So I have one trip where I'm flying and one trip where I'm driving coming up. And I think it'd be really fun to do a kind of travel vlog. I consider myself a very seasoned pro traveler at this point. Your girl's been on a lot of flights lately and also drives to Iowa a lot. So maybe kind of show you guys how I pack. I'm pretty good at packing everything in a carry-on now. How I navigate the airport. I don't know, tips and tricks that I have. Maybe in a sprinkle of nutrition. I tend to slack on travel days, but we're not slacking this month. We're still going to be tracking and hitting our goals most days. So I will kind of maybe take you along for how I've done that. We could do maybe even like a full day of eating. Does someone want to see that? I don't know. I'm by no means like a chef, and I cook like the bare minimum meal prep here at home. But maybe some ordering strategies for restaurants and airport food. That would be fun to share. And yeah, I'd like to start maybe sharing a few more videos that aren't just these weekly vlog. I would say vlog, but they're video check-ins. Basically, this is like a little mini kind of therapy journal session of me reflecting on my past week and planning ahead for, you know, how I'm going to be better at my goals for next week. That is basically what we did today. We talked about planning ahead, some new content ideas. If you guys want to see any of that, let me know. And yeah, I'm going to get back to just doing some chores. And so today is Sunday, so we're doing a little weekly reset. Laundry, dishes, meal prep, some basic house cleaning, and then we'll chill out and enjoy the evening. So that is basically week 2 wrapped up. It's crazy that May is flying by. So we only have like a couple weeks left in May, and then it'll be June. And then my travel season just like kicks off again between work trips and personal trips. And I am excited to take you guys along with me and keep this series going. So if you have any questions or something you want to see, how I do something, how I balance work, personal life, all of that, I would love to share and would greatly appreciate any content ideas, questions, thoughts, and just how can I help you, whether it just be encouraging you and providing support and accountability as you guys focus on your goals, then I'm here for you, girl. Like, let's do it together because we can. So that is it for week 2. Bye.